Lutley using the screens, moving without the basketball, find the opening, and then her teammate found her.
Dario Youngblood with the foul.
Watch this skip pass. She's going to give it to Penn St. Then she's going to use Youngblood's screen right in the opening. Hits the shot. Moving without the ball. Such a smart play by Bianca Lutley.
Just a common foul, so just a simple foul on Dario Youngblood, which is must be a relief for LSU, but they're far from out of the woods. Trailing by 2, and that's the 4th on Youngblood. 4 for Lutley, and Talia East to the free throw line. Ballard, the freshman, with the rebound. Penn St. too strong. She's been off the mark with her mid-range jumper in the second half.
It looked like she was going to get an open look on that one, and then East came out for the help side. Good rotation by Penn State.
Webb went down hard on the screen. Maggie Lucas is still struggling offensively. Only 9 points tonight for Maggie Lucas. 2 for 8 from the floor. 1 for 4 from 3, and only 2 points this half for the Big Ten Player of the Year. Approaching 5 minutes left in this one with a trip to Spokane and the Sweet 16 on the line. Penn St. straight away. And the jumper's just not there for the junior from New Orleans.
Doesn't look like her legs are really underneath her right now. Probably needs to focus on trying to maybe take it inside a little closer.
Closer for Talia East.
See this tempo really starting to phase LSU. I think the fast pace starting to catch up to them, the lack of depth, and Penn State has definitely kicked up their defensive intensity as well, and Nikki Caldwell knows her team needs a breather. They want to talk it over.
She is challenging Teresa Penn St, and she's challenging her on the defensive end and the glass. Penn State with a size advantage, with a numbers advantage, the bench advantage. But LSU, the home court advantage. Here's Adrian Webb. Shot clock into single digits again. Hard screen from Youngblood. Webb stops, pops. It was halfway down. Offensive rebound for McKinney.
Shanice McKinney came in against Green Bay and turned things around inside. That was a big hoop. She only averages 4 points per game. She had 7 the other night.
Nikki Green surrounded. Here's Bentley. First team all-conference Big Ten point guard Alex Bentley. Shot clock at 5. Skip pass. Dara Taylor. And a takeaway by Penn State. This one coming down to the last 3.5 minutes. Maggie Lucas over the top. The struggles continue for the Big Ten Player of the Year. 2-point Lady Lion lead.
Points per game. This crowd trying to get into it, and they're asking for it. They need some extra bodies. Only 7 dressed tonight for the Lady Tigers.
.329 to go. Some subs have stepped up. Some role players. Nikki Green with a double-double. Those of you who just joined us, welcome to Baton Rouge. A barn burner here with 3:10 to go. And Penn State leading by 2 in a rematch of the second-round game from last year that Penn State won. Adrian Webb. Got it! A huge 3 for the senior. 26, and it's the Lady Tigers back in front.
She did it in the win the other night against Green Bay. 2 of 2 behind the arc when they needed some big scoring, and she's doing it here in this one.
Here's Lucas. Big Ten Player of the Year, too strong. She's been off the mark since she got off the bus. 2.5 to go. 5 lead changes this half between the Lady Tigers and Lady Lions.
This is what LSU wants to do. Slow down the pace. They have been patient. They have controlled the tempo. That's the difference in this game.
Nikki Caldwell says push it. Shot clock winding down. It's at 1. The freshman off the back iron from Ballard. Tracked down, and a foul on Nikki Green to put Shanice McKinney on her back. That's the 4th on Nikki Green. Adrian Webb has come up big this half for LSU.
You need clutch players. Double team comes down. The guards don't rotate by Penn State. And Adrian Webb makes them pay. I love the emotion of the senior.
LSU is without their team leader, John Kenny, who suffered a concussion in their first-round victory against Green Bay. Shanice McKinney with a 1-and-1 opportunity. 2:06 to go, 1-point game.
McKinney has had big boards the last game and in this one, and now gets herself to the free throw line. This player averages 4 points, 4 rebounds per game, but she has come in, had 7 points the other night. She had 6 rebounds. 3 of those were offensive boards.
8 for McKinney. 3-point lead for LSU. 2 minutes to go in Baton Rouge.
The zone D for Penn State. You got to find a gap, penetrate in, dish it out, or look inside.
Bentley thought about it. Here's Edwards. And Ariel Edwards straight to the hoop, into double figures. Minute 35 to go. Ballard is just a freshman. She says she doesn't like running the point. She's a 2 guard. Nikki Caldwell wants a timeout and finally gets it. 21 seconds left on the shot clock. 1008 in Tampa Bay. Penn State has been to the Sweet 16 12 times in school history. A Final Four in 2000. 1:26 left.
These two teams met up right here last year, and it was Penn State that came out with the win and went on to the Sweet 16.
This is Webb. Inside Ballard. Plaisance keeps it alive. Physical play inside and a jump ball. Quick hands from Ariel Edwards. Possession to Penn State.
Crowd not happy with the call. A lot of contact, multiple chances for LSU. Just could not get the layup.
These two head coaches.
Prior to that, she's trying to turn things around. This community has definitely embraced Nikki Caldwell and this whole team.
They went to 5 straight Final Fours from 2004 to 08. Trying to get to Spokane. Ariel Edwards has taken over in the second half. 10 points since the break. Penn State back in front.
How big is that shot by Ariel Edwards? She comes in off the bench. The main go-tos haven't been on, and she hits.
Nikki Caldwell with it.
You look at the 2 game plans of these 2 teams, complete opposites. Penn State wanted to push, LSU wanted to slow down, and so far LSU, I think, has won to this point.
Penn State's bench has outscored LSU's bench by 13. Led by Ariel Edwards, who has 13. And remember, LSU only has 2 available players off the bench.
And if you're Penn State and Maggie Lucas has barely scored your leading scorer, you've done something right.
Bianca Lully doing it right. 17 for her. LSU back in front.
How about Lully playing about 8 minutes with 4 personals?
Final timeout taken by Penn State. Look to number 23.
Very athletic. She's been aggressive. She's been so confident. Had 9 points in the win against Cal Poly off the bench.
She scored the last 4. Ballard, the freshman, is in the face of Bentley. Here we go. Help defense. Bentley's bank is too strong. Penn State's got a foul. Bentley will wrap up Webb. That's only the third on Alex Bentley. LSU, as a team, is a 71% free throw shooting squad. And they fouled the wrong Lady Tiger because Webb is second in the SEC at 81%.
Well, they had to commit the foul. The clock was winding down. But for Penn State, they had the ball in the hands of Alex Bentley, and she takes it in. She's been on this entire game. A little quiet here in the second half. But I like the ball in Alex Bentley's hands. The senior just didn't hit the jumper.
Shooter's touch. Hometown hope and a three-point lead.
Now for Penn State, you have plenty of options out behind the arc, but you need the three.
Where's Maggie Lucas? Working off the baseline. This is Bentley. Too strong. LSU has it. And the Lady Tigers, with 8.3 remaining, will take another trip to the line.
Four seniors for this Penn State team, a team that made it to the Sweet 16 last year and got a win right here on this court against LSU. But both of these teams very different from last season, especially this LSU team.
This is Bianca Lutley. Two-possession game. LSU has done it with dwindling numbers, just 7 in uniform tonight. And they're poised to knock off the Big Ten regular season champs and go back to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 2008. Stolen away by Webb. That'll do it. Just 80 miles from New Orleans in the women's Final Four. But first, a trip to Spokane for these Lady Tigers. .8 seconds remain with Adrian Webb off a career high to the free throw line.
This community and this crowd have really embraced this team. Listening to the local radio stations, they're all talking about this second round game. And this team